In the heart of the African savanna, where the sun blazes down and the air is thick with the scent of earth and life, a chilling tale unfolds. Imagine a majestic leopard, its sleek coat a tapestry of rosettes, prowling through the tall grass. But this is no ordinary sight. This leopard bears a horrific wound, a grotesque cocoon-like mass festering on its flank. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is drawn into a world that is both captivating and repulsive, a stark reminder of nature's brutal realities. What could have caused such a ghastly affliction? The answer lies in the dark underbelly of the animal kingdom, where parasites reign supreme, turning the very essence of life into a nightmarish existence. The leopard, a symbol of grace and power, now finds itself ensnared in a web of parasitic horror. The cocoon, a grotesque formation, is not merely a wound. It is a testament to the relentless struggle for survival in the wild. This infestation is the work of a particularly insidious parasite, the larval stage of a botfly, which has taken up residence within the leopard's skin. As the botfly lays its eggs, they burrow into the host, feeding off its flesh and causing unimaginable suffering. The leopard, once a fearsome predator, now becomes a host, a living canvas for the grotesque artistry of nature's most repulsive creatures. As the larvae grow, they create a protective cocoon, a ghastly bulge that protrudes from the leopard's side, pulsating with life. This is not just a wound. It is a battleground, a site of conflict between the instincts of survival and the parasitic invasion. The leopard, in its agony, may attempt to groom the area, but the more it scratches and bites, the deeper the infestation becomes. The pain is excruciating, yet the leopard's spirit remains unbroken, a testament to the resilience of life even in the face of such horror. The life cycle of the botfly is a marvel of nature, albeit a gruesome one. The adult flies are drawn to the warmth of their hosts, laying their eggs in the heart of the African savanna, where the sun blazes down and the air is thick with the scent of dry grass and dust. A chilling scene unfolds. A lion, the majestic king of the jungle, lies motionless beneath the shade of an acacia tree. But this is no ordinary lion. It bears a horrific wound, a grotesque testament to nature's darker side. The gaping hole in its side, a festering hive of bees, pulsates with a life of its own. The sight is both shocking and captivating, drawing the viewer into a world where beauty and horror coexist in a delicate balance. As we delve deeper into this unsettling tableau, we are confronted with the raw, unfiltered reality of survival in the wild, a reality that is often more gruesome than we care to acknowledge. The lion's wound is not merely a result of a chance encounter. It is a vivid illustration of the complex interplay between species in the animal kingdom. The bees, tiny yet formidable, have made their home within the lion's flesh, creating a hive that thrives in the warmth of its body. This infestation is a grotesque symbiosis, where the lion becomes an unwilling host to a colony of buzzing intruders. The bees, driven by instinct and the relentless pursuit of survival, have found a unique niche in this unexpected habitat. They feast on the lion's flesh, while simultaneously using its body as a fortress against the elements and predators. The sight is enough to make even the most hardened observer recoil in disgust, yet it serves as a stark reminder of the brutal realities of nature. As we examine the wound more closely, the details become increasingly disturbing. The bees, with their iridescent bodies, flit in and out of the gaping hole, their wings creating a soft, eerie hum that fills the air. The flesh around the wound is swollen and discolored, a sickly shade of yellow and green, oozing a mixture of blood and pus that attracts even more insects. The lion, once a symbol of strength and power, now appears vulnerable and grotesque, a living canvas for nature's darker artistry. The buzzing swarm is relentless, a constant reminder of the lion's plight, as it struggles to maintain its dignity in the face of such a horrific invasion. But what drives these bees to such an extreme? In the icy expanse of the Arctic, where the sun barely pierces the perpetual twilight, a chilling tale unfolds, a tale of survival, suffering, and the grotesque intersection of nature's beauty and brutality. Meet the polar bear, a majestic creature often seen as the embodiment of the frozen wilderness. But today, we encounter a bear that tells a different story, one that is both horrifying and fascinating. This bear, once a symbol of strength, now bears a horrific snake wound, a gaping, festering injury that reveals the dark underbelly of life in the Arctic. As we delve deeper, we discover that this wound is not merely a result of a chance encounter, but rather a grotesque consequence of a snake infestation that has taken hold in this frigid habitat. Imagine the scene: a once proud polar bear, now limping through the snow, its thick white fur matted and stained with blood. The wound, a gruesome sight, is not just a simple laceration. It is a festering mass, teeming with writhing serpents that have made their home within the bear's flesh. These snakes, likely a non-native species, have invaded the Arctic ecosystem, exploiting the bear's vulnerability. As they burrow deeper, they feast on the bear's tissue, leaving behind a trail of destruction. The bear's body, a once imposing fortress, has become a breeding ground for these slithering invaders, a testament to the harsh realities of survival in a world where the balance of nature is constantly shifting. The infestation is not just a physical ailment. It is a metaphor for the broader ecological crisis we face. As climate change in the dense, shadowy heart of the rainforest, where the air is thick with humidity and the sounds of life echo through the trees, a chilling scene unfolds. A solitary gorilla, a majestic creature of strength and grace, stands as a testament to the wild's beauty. But today, this noble giant bears a horrific wound, a grotesque reminder of nature's darker side. The gorilla's arm is a battlefield, a gruesome tapestry of swollen flesh and angry red welts, the result of a relentless bee infestation. As we delve into this unsettling reality, prepare yourself for a journey that intertwines the marvels of nature with its more sinister aspects. The gorilla, a creature often associated with power and tranquility, now finds itself in a nightmarish predicament. The bees, tiny yet formidable, have turned this gentle giant into a host for their insatiable appetite. The hive, nestled within the crevices of the gorilla's skin, has unleashed a swarm of stingers that pierce through the protective barrier of fur and flesh. Each sting is a reminder of the delicate balance between life and death, a stark illustration of nature's brutal efficiency. The gorilla's body, once a sanctuary, has become a breeding ground for these relentless insects, their buzzing a haunting soundtrack to this tragic tableau. As we examine the wound more closely, the details become increasingly disturbing. The skin around the hive is not just swollen, it is a grotesque landscape of necrosis and infection. Pus oozes from the punctured flesh, a vile mixture of bodily fluids and bee venom that creates a noxious cocktail of decay. The gorilla's eyes, usually filled with intelligence and curiosity, now reflect pain and confusion, a silent plea for relief from this torment. The bees, oblivious to the suffering they cause, continue their relentless work, feeding on the gorilla's flesh as if it were a banquet laid out just for them. This infestation is not merely a random act of nature. It is a consequence of the intricate web of life that binds all creatures together. Bees, essential pollinators, play a crucial role in maintaining the ecosystem. Yet, their presence in this scenario highlights a darker truth: the fragility of life and the often harrowing consequences of survival. The gorilla, a symbol of strength, is reduced to a mere vessel for the bees, a victim of circumstance in a world where the line between predator and prey is often blurred. And as we explore the implications of this infestation, we must confront the uncomfortable reality of human impact on the natural world. Deforestation, climate change, and habitat destruction have pushed wildlife into closer contact with one another, creating conditions ripe for such grotesque encounters. The gorilla's plight serves as a stark reminder of our role in this delicate balance. We, the architects of our own demise, have encroached upon the habitats of countless species, forcing them into desperate situations where survival becomes a gruesome affair. In the grand tapestry of life, the gorilla's suffering is but a thread, yet it weaves a narrative that speaks volumes about our relationship with nature.